Example 7 is another one that has a log on one side but not the other. So remember the hint on this one said to simplify each side and then change it to exponential form. So we're going to go ahead. There aren't two logs on one side. It's as simple as it can get. We have the log by itself. So I'm going to change it to exponential form. I'm going to have 2 to the third equals 3x minus 7 times x minus 4. Now I've changed it. I no longer have logs, so I can solve this one. I'm going to FOIL the right-hand side. 3x times x is 3x squared. 3x times negative 4 is negative 12x. Negative 7 times x is negative 7x. And negative 7 times negative 4 is a positive 28. I moved that to the left-hand side because I like my x squareds on the left. Now 2 to the third is 8. So I'm going to have that equal to 8. Let's simplify it a little bit here. We can add our x's together. So I'll have 3x squared minus 19x. I can also move that 8 over. I know I'm going to have to factor because I have an x squared. So I'm going to move the whole number over and get this ready to factor. So I'm going to subtract that 8. That leaves me with plus 20 equals 0. Now I need to factor this. Factors of 3x squared are of course going to be 3x times x. The factors of a positive 20 that add to a negative 19 will be 3x minus 4 and x minus 5. That gives us a negative 15 on the outside, negative 4 on the inside, which adds to that negative 19x in the middle. Now we want to set both of these equal to 0 and solve them. So if I do 3x minus 4 equals 0, I get 3x equals 4 when I move the 4 over, and then I divide by 3. So one possible answer is x equals 4/3. Then I'm going to set the x minus 5 equal to 0. I end up with x equals 5. So that's another possible answer. Now remember, you want to check and make sure you're not going to get a negative. So you take the 4/3, you plug it in here up at the top in the original, and you double check to make sure you're not going to get a negative log there, and you don't. You also check the positive 5 to see if you get a negative log, and you do not. Both of them are possible answers, so this time we keep them both.